Hi everyone. I'm Mark, from Fingers Fums and Fits, and it's finally here. Today, I will be unboxing the Kickstarter edition of Dungeon Saga Origins by Mantic Games. I've been waiting a long time for this one, so let's dive straight in. Oh, one quick thing. I apologize in advance for the amateurish way this is filmed. I was very excited and eager to get this done. Things will improve in the future. Anyway, on to the unboxing. Okay, we've got a lot to get through here. I mean, look at the size of this box. So, we've got some tokens to begin with. An advert for Terrain Crate. A nice looking quick start guide. And what appears to be quite a nice card tray? That's a nice touch. Thoughtful. And now we get into the meat and gravy of the game. This appears to be a tray of miniatures. And by the looks of it, undead, and goblins? Orcs? Mixture? Something like that anyway. And we'll have a look at this in more detail a bit later, away from the glare of the lights. Okay, let's see what else we've got in here. Beautifully presented though, I must say. Okay. A second tray of miniatures. Once again, apologies for the glare of the light. Now, what are these? Twilight kin by the looks of it. And some abyssal dwarves. I am very much looking forward to seeing the Twilight kin up close, ever since their range and lore refresh. These are no longer just dark elf analogs. Okay. And this is. Actually, I don't know what this is. Art print maybe? It's pretty cool though. Maybe we'll get that out later to have a look at too. And that's. Wow, that's a big old chunky pack of counters and board tiles there. So what's next? What's this? This looks like a campaign book. Darkness Under Dare. We've got another one here. The Trial of Tyranny. There's Old Faithful, the rulebook. The Mirrors of Malice. This is the one I'm looking forward to, with the Twilight kin. Daughters of Doom. Which I believe is the Abyssal Dwarf one. And finally we have the Glimmer of Greed, which I think is the Goblin campaign. Possibly. I mean, we could just look at the artwork on the front. Kinda gives it away. Now, under the books. Let's just get rid of that foam. What do we have here? More sheets of counters. Tons of them in fact. And nice and chunky too. What else do we got? A lot of glare is what we got. Okay, I don't know if I can get this one out with one hand. Let's give it a go. Aha! So, here we have the boss models. And the hero models? Are they in here too? Maybe under the cards? I'll have to take the lid off to have a look. Nope, but we do have some rather nice looking dice. And we've got all the cards you'll ever need right here. Well, that's the contents of the box. And as you can see, that's a fair chunk of stuff. So, I'm going to pack this lot away for the moment, and take a look at some of this stuff in detail. Firstly, here's some shots of the trays without the glare from the lights. This one is undead and goblins. Then the heroes, the abyssal dwarves, and some twilight kin. And finally the bosses, the remaining twilight kin, and some terrifying nightstalkers. Here's a shot of all the cards, tiles and counters you get in the box. And those tiles are double-sided too. But I know what you're really here for is to take a look at the models. So best not keep you waiting. So, of course we'll start off with a quick overview of the heroes we've come to know and love. Orluf, Human Barbarian. Danor, Human Wizard. Rorden, Dwarf Warrior. And Madriga, Elf Ranger. But these aren't the only heroes included in the Kickstarter edition, oh no. Let's take a look at some of these new and exclusive heroes. Fenariel Juneborn, Elf Warlock. Saulian of Tarkis, Human Paladin. Jane Clemthay, Human Cleric. Melissa Padfoot, Halfling Rogue. Svereg Ravenbolt, Dwarf Ranger. And Hadras of Wolfmarch, Human Monk. That brings the total to 10 heroes included in the Kickstarter edition. But heroes gotta have something to fight, right? So on to the minions for each enemy faction. First up, we have the undead, starting with some zombies. Dwarf Revenants. Classic Skeleton Warriors. Skeleton Archers. Ghosts. Armored Zombies. Zombie Trolls. And a Zombie Troll Tyrant. Next up, we have the Goblins from Glimmer of Greed. Starting with some adorable Maw Beast pups. 3 Rabble, and 2 Big Gits. Three Explosive Bang Gits. Three Heavily Armed Lug Gits. Some Sneaky Goblin Spitters. Three Goblin Sharpsticks. And the boss himself, Bruco Grimshank. Moving on to the Abyssal Dwarves from Daughters of Doom. 3 Black Soul Infantry. 3 Black Soul Heavy Hands. A few ranged decimators. 3 Elite Infantry from the Immortal Guard. 2 Ironcasters. 'And the Abyssal Dwarf boss, Amazu Doomfire. And finally, the moment I've all been waiting for. The Twilight Kin. And these models are fantastic. First up are the Lithe Neophyte Blades. Accompanying them are the heavier hitting Neophyte Glaives. Providing ranged support are the Neophyte Shades. 3 Impalers provide heavy combat support. 2 Crones, to fling spells around. And finally, the dreaded Soulbane, acting as the Twilight Kin boss. But that's not all. For where there are Twilight Kin, there are often Night Stalkers, straight out of your nightmares and into the real world. First up is Izariel Duskweaver, a hybrid Night Stalker crone. Moving on to the bizarre constructs that are the Hexcasters. Then we have 3 Freakish Reapers. And finally, a terrifying butcher flesh ripper, the Nightstalker's boss model. So, that's Dungeon Saga Origins. I am very much looking forward to getting stuck into the campaigns, trying out the new heroes, and eventually facing off against the Twilight Kin. There's a lot going on here, so with the playing and the painting, it should keep me occupied for quite some time. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on the game, and let me know what you thought of the video. Comments are always welcome as it will help me grow as a content creator. What will also help me grow is if you hit the like button, and subscribe so you can be notified of further Dungeon Saga Origins content. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again, real soon.